If all 30,000 cops, if they all stand up and they all talk about the whole thing together. They come together and they're like, look, enough is enough. Let's push the fucking unions and tell the unions, yo, we're sick of it. This is what we're gonna do a slowdown. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We're not punching in the numbers no more. We're not, just arresting people for the numbers no more. We're not downgrading crimes no more. And then you have the unions stand by your side and actually help you and follow, or you do it on your own. Hey, how you doing? It's your boy Stephen Lee at System Unfiltered. And I've been thinking about this for a couple of days now, and I feel like I have to say it, right? Fuck the NYPD, fuck the police, and I guess you could say abolish the police, right? For all you cops out there that are still trying hard to bring in those numbers for your supervisors so that they could look good at Comstat and so that these politicians could push their illusion of crime being down, for all you people downgrading crimes and all this other shit, shame on you. Fuck the job. The job doesn't care about you. When I say fuck the police, I don't mean police officers that are out there doing their job and stuff like that. I mean the system. I mean the police department, right? Just like when everybody on the job is saying, fuck the job doesn't care about you, throw you under the bus, blah, 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 and all that stuff. But shame on you because you are enabling it. You are enabling all this that's going on. The whole politicians able to say crime is down because you're out there downgrading crimes, trying to shit can jobs and, mistaking reports and all this other stuff. Shame on you. And don't wonder why things like this happen to people on the job, right? You're wondering why people are getting thrown on the bus, right? Here, 3 to 9 years, right? I'm not saying I agree with how he did this, like throw the cooler and all that stuff, but the bigger picture is that he got 3 to 9 years because he was a cop. And it was a political move to send cops to jail. Okay. He got 3 to 9 years for that. Now, here's a comparison. Here's a comparison. He only got 9 months, 9 months for unaliving somebody who was homeless. And he pled guilty. He admitted to it. Okay. That's the comparison. And then you're out there running around, doing stuff. And then you have this kind of behavior that you're not speaking out on, right? You should be checking all you boys and girls out there that are police officers and stuff. Y'all should be checking each other, right? And you know, holding people accountable for behavior like this. So this is the Manhattan North Narcotics team, right? I believe this picture is AI generated, right? So the story behind this is that I believe this officer here, right, was trying to join the team or something like that, right? And he got passed over. Okay. Sometimes it's normally get passed over and stuff, right? So for all the civilians out there, each one of these hash mark, these are called hash marks. Okay. So each line represents 5 years. This guy has over 20 years. This is a detective shield, right? He's been a detective for over 20 years. Okay. He tried to apply for a specialized unit last year and he was passed over. Okay. All right. I guess you could say, yeah, maybe somebody more qualified or whatever and stuff like that. But apparently not. Right. Because these were the pictures that were passed around in the group chat after he was passed over. Right. This is called Major Case, is a group chat name. Right. Guy wearing a KKK hoodie. Jimbo, make sure you wear your shiesty when you plow. Right. People are laughing at it like it's funny. That's not funny at all. Not at all. And then this picture of don't sleep on the old school Dell. This is one of his B&B days when he would buy and bus days. B&B means buy and bus days when he used to get on and load the P van, which is the paddy wag, and then buy the team pizza while we process. This is you know what I'm saying? It's just fucking it's plain racism. It's not funny at all. It's not that that joke is not funny at all, right? And then you still have people that were out there just doing stupid shit. Okay. Let me share something else with you guys. Right. This is the latest. This right here. Now, this is the Brooklyn North Narcotics team. These two right here. Brooklyn North Narcotics team. Right. Obviously, this guy is a cop because it has police on his vest. He has a gun out, whatever. And this guy just dressed like cop and looks like cop. Hold up. He's meeting him. They're beating him up and stuff like that. Like, you got two people, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's now they're modified and suspended. They're going too hard for what? You know what I'm saying? And he just kicked him again. Stomped him in the head. He's bleeding. Probably cut himself from the glass bottles. That's a detective spiel. First of all, I always tell people, my civilians, my community people and stuff like that. Even though you feel that your rights are being violated and stuff like that, don't fight the cops in the street. You're not gonna win that battle. You're not gonna win that battle. Just you know what I'm saying? You're gonna make it worse for yourself. You know, stuff like this gonna happen, and it's sad, right? But you know, if you feel like your rights have been violated and stuff like that in court, get a lawyer. Don't say anything. You know, like like scream out, have somebody record it for you and stuff like that. But don't fight back because obviously, you know what I'm saying. Like it's not gonna go well. But back to the point. Shame on all of you who won't stand up and keep fucking complaining about how the job sucks, how it doesn't care about you, how the unions are useless, and stuff like that. Because you have to think about it this way, all right? You are the ones generating the numbers. You're nothing but a number to them, right? You're out there pushing to get their numbers, pushing to get, their arrests, pushing to get their summonses and stuff like that. And you're going gun ho like that to get an arrest. For what? To get modified, suspended? For what? So that the politician could say crime is down when it's really not? For what? So you could be a hero? So you could get your weekends off? So you could get that day off? So you could get that overtime? So you get that specialized unit? You're selling your soul so that you could get something that you want. So shame on you. Shame on you. Stop fucking complaining. Right? You should be uniting with people that next time you're at a protest and somebody says fuck the police, abolish the police and stuff like that, you should be yes, thank you for speaking out for us because we also say the job fucking sucks, right? You should be saying thank you. Yes, how do we sit down and accomplish this? How do we stop this system that's broken? How do we fix it together, right? Because think about it. The DAs will prosecute you at a drop of a dime, right? You know that. DAs are not your friend, right? Don't trust the DAs, but you keep them employed by doing those arrests, by bringing in those numbers, because your boss wants to look good at Comstat when they have that meeting and they go, "Oh, how many arrests do you guys have? Oh, our arrests are up. We're fighting crime. Crime is down. Blah, blah. This is what we're doing to prevent this crime, that crime." And they spill their fucking bullshit when they're not really fucking doing, their job. You're not really hitting the core of the problems. You're not really, you're hitting, hardworking people and stuff like that. Like, just so that your boss could look good at Comstat because the fucking quota system, right? You're keeping these DAs employed. You're keeping the legal A's employed. You're keeping these judges that send you to jail and let perps go free. You're keeping them all employed because you want to bring in that number. You are too much of a coward to stand up together and say enough is enough. This quota system is broken, it's been weaponized, and it doesn't work. You asking us to downgrade crimes, create false agendas so that you could push your agenda. You think they're able to say, "Oh, crime is up, so we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna create this other unit that's gonna, be social workers, and we're gonna talk to people and stuff like that because violent crimes are down. There's been no murders in Staten Island and stuff like that. So we're gonna push, this specialized unit out where they're gonna go out and talk to people instead of whatever." But if the numbers really reflected what was really going on out there, they would know crime is not down. It's been more violent than ever because criminals are not being held accountable, but cops are being extra punished. Now, me being a whistleblower, I love accountability. I love that bad cops are being held accountable. But to weaponize the system and to unjustly sentence someone overly just because they were a cop is not right. If you're gonna give that kid 9 months, you should give that cop 9 months. In my opinion, everybody should get equal amount of time for the same crime, right? Me myself, I got 6 months for a misdemeanor attempted assault. Sorry, assault three, misdemeanor. Basically, I punched the guy twice, and he said, "Ouch, it hurt." And then another one was I pushed somebody or whatever, and they said it was attempted assault, and I got another 3 months for that. I spent 6 months in jail. I lost my job before my trial even started. I did 18 years as a police officer, as a whistleblower. And when I went to jail, I made the papers. And I told y'all, today is me, tomorrow is you. If you don't stand up and speak out about it, I know you guys are like, "Oh, fuck it, he's a rat. He locked up bad cops. He got cops in trouble, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, I got bad cops in trouble. Yeah, I held them accountable. I arrested bad cops. They were gangsters wearing uniforms. They weren't cops. They were perps. They were wolves in sheep clothing. Yeah, I arrested bad cops. Yes, I tried to expose the system. Yes, I spoke about racism in the NYPD like I just showed you. And then they told me that it didn't exist at department trial. But I just showed you clearly it does. Yes, I exposed the quota system. Yes, I spoke out about all that. Everybody keeps quiet because nobody likes a whistleblower, right? We're rats. But to get past that, the point was bigger. The point is, hey, look, they can send this cop in for 6 months to Rikers on the same block as murderers. I was on the same block as Jonathan Diller's murderer when he was awaiting trial. I was on the same block with him and two other murderers. And they added a false charge. The court clerk added a false charge saying that I was a child abuser. It said caregiver abuser. And then people, when I first walked into Rikers and I walked into that block in West Facility, they were like, "Oh, yeah, you know, this guy, whatever, corrupt cop, child beater, and stuff like that." Right. And I was like, "What the fuck y'all talking about?" I told my story. And then they're like, "Shit." I had to call my friend outside. And my friend outside went to the court, had to call my lawyer, and they had to take that off. These are the stuff that they do to police officers. These are the stuff that they do to police officers that speak out. Why? Because it's just me. Yeah, I understand, you being a coward and worried that it's gonna happen to you. You don't want that to happen to you. But if all 30,000 cops, if they all stand up and they all talk about the whole thing together. They come together and they're like, "Look, enough is enough. Let's push the fucking unions and tell the unions, yo, we're sick of it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a slowdown, whatever. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We're not punching it in the numbers no more. We're not, just arresting people for the numbers no more. We're not downgrading crimes no more." And then you have the unions stand by your side and actually help you and follow through, or you do it on your own because we all know that the unions will sell you out. But you need to stand up for what's right. I know all y'all just complaining, whatever, whatever, whatever. The job sucks. Oh, but that guy do a cooler. It's not about what he did, it's what they did to him. Because He's a police officer, not because he do the cooler. It's because he's a police officer, right? You can see that somebody else committed murder and they got 9 months for it, right? In Manhattan, have you ever seen anybody with a misdemeanor assault go to prison for 6 months for it? Have you ever arrested somebody for attempted assault? What is attempted assault? It's harassment. You don't even make a report for it most of the time. Have you ever seen somebody get 3 months for that? No, you haven't. So wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. I know you guys are right now furious. The job sucks. The job sucks. Whatever. Yeah. Well, stop being fucking gun ho like this and fucking wake the fuck up and stop pushing the fucking numbers. Y'all should be getting together with people that want to reform the police department. So y'all just get together. I don't know, Legal Aid Society or Police Accountability Society, Government Accountability Project, and stuff like that. Like, you need to get up, you know, and work with these nonprofits and stop resisting them. All y'all cops needs to wake the fuck up because I'm telling you, today is him, today is me, tomorrow is you. I'm telling you, one bad day, one bad 5 minutes, and that's it. It's game over for you. You want that? No? Then change. Change it. Get with these people that are calling for reforming the police department. Everybody should stand up and everybody should say, yes, there is a quota system because look, there is one. Yeah, I got your month. Yeah, I know it's not called a quota system. It's called a monthly performance, expected performance, and stuff like that. It's still a fucking quota. Duck is a duck. It's still a quota. Everybody got to get in the monthly arrest, or the slow precinct got to get in the quarterly arrest. Specialized units say I do more. Don't take a report for this. Don't take a report for that because we can't have, our numbers go up for this. We can't have our numbers go up for that. It is what it is. You need to do your job, man. You need to stand up and uphold your oaths. Like, you need to let them know, listen, I'll enforce what I see, what I legally feel that should be enforced, right? I'll arrest people when I see it, but I'm not gonna go out and purposely ruin somebody's life just so I could get a number on the board. You're ruining people's lives just so that you could get your number for the month. How crazy is that? I'm telling you, work with these nonprofits, man. Work with these people that are trying to reform the police department, and it needs to fucking change, bro. All this bullshit, people getting skipped over. The guy had over 20 years, bro. He got skipped over, and then they put the KK shit up and all that stuff. That's wrong. That's just plain wrong. Y'all know it's wrong. These two guys are being gun ho, and they're wrestling with somebody in the stores, bottles falling everywhere, and all that shit. For what? For a baggie? And now this modified. Sergeant is in prison. For what? You guys are doing all this for what? Just so that the mayor could look good on stage? Just so that the commissioner could look good on stage? In front of the press saying crime is down so that they could push their further agenda? You are enabling all this. You're enabling all these judges. You're enabling all these DAs. You're enabling all these, other people that are harming y'all, trying to do your job. I know a lot of the police department, a lot of police officers just trying to go to work and do their thing. And that's why you put on your blinders and you don't want to see it. You don't want to get involved with the shenanigans and stuff like that. You don't want to get involved in all that stuff, right? But one day, God forbid, one day you have a bad day and those 5 minutes will ruin your life. Or you can change it. Everybody's working together. Everybody understands, okay, they're just doing their job. And then maybe all this will stop. Think about it, man. Let me know in the comments below, bro, or whatever. But y'all need to fucking stop. Wake the fuck up, bro. Wake the fuck up. All this corruption inside the police department, the number systems and, you know, there's cops trying to be gangsters and you got fucking racist cops and all that shit. Y'all need to speak the fuck up and stop being cowards. Y'all need to speak up about it. Peace and blessings, man. Be safe out there.